Hi, I'm Troy from Studio 33 Guitar. Thanks for watching. You can probably tell from the intro, today we're looking at how to play the Star Wars theme, the Imperial March. Now this is a fairly easy song to play, and you don't have to play it on electric guitar. You could also play this on acoustic guitar. Now the original song, of course, is a big orchestra, so for this lesson we're just looking at the main melody line to play on guitar. If you like this type of lesson, and especially if you like that intro, then please do me a favor and hit the like button. That really helps me out. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. For now, let's zoom in on the neck and have a look at how to play Imperial March. So this is going to start on the D string at the 5th fret on this G note. So you want to position your index finger there and have your middle finger one string up on the 6th fret, ready to play that note. Now in the intro of this piece, I didn't play at the very beginning, I just let the orchestra do their thing, but the notes that they're playing are this G note and this D sharp. So for that, I'm just playing the G note with an alternating up and down strum and then going to that D sharp note. And then the main melody starts, and that sounds like this. And that's that same G note and that same note with our middle finger. And then we're going to reach up and play the 8th fret with our pinky finger. So if you keep your fingers spread out, this one finger per fret, then your pinky finger will land right in the appropriate spot. So that again sounds like this. And that brings us to our next phrase, and that's going to sound like this. And that phrase is going to start with our ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string. Now again, if you have one finger per fret, that's going to put your ring finger right in the right spot. And we're going to play that note 3 times. Now what I do is I slide up to this next fret. You could play it with your pinky finger if you want, but I just like to play it with my same ring finger, just sliding it up. So it goes like this. And then the middle finger can play directly above that. And then I'm going to slide down with my index finger to the 4th fret on the D string. Now you could also play that same note up here. So if you wanted to, you could play it this way. So you can decide which other way is more comfortable for you. That entire second phrase sounds like this. So far, all together we have this. And that leads us to the next phrase. So for the next one, we're going to go way up to the 8th fret on the B string. And again, if you leave one finger per fret, then that puts your pinky in the right spot. You just want it up here on the B string. And this next phrase is going to sound like this. Now that's a long one, so let's break that up. So the first part, we've got our pinky finger up here on the 8th fret, and we still have our index finger down here on the G note at the 5th fret. And that's a pretty big jump because we've got to skip over this one string here in between. So that looks like this. After that, you're going to go like this. And then I shift down my middle finger to play these 2 notes. So far it looks like this. From there, your ring finger can go up here to the 6th fret on the D string, and then the 6th fret on the G string. So far it looks like this. Then the second half goes like this. Okay, so that was from the ring finger here, and then middle finger and index finger. And your pinky's gonna go back up here to the 8th fret on the D string, and you're gonna alternate between that and your ring finger. On the 7th fret, back to your middle finger on that D sharp note, and then your index finger down here again on the D string. So that second half, again, looks like this. So far that entire second phrase looks like this. And now we're going to wrap this up by putting our middle finger back on that D sharp note, and we're going to play these 3 notes again, except in the reverse order. So that's the same notes we were playing at the beginning. Now we're playing them in the reverse order. And the last little bit, we're going to play those 2 notes again, and then our ring finger on the next string down. And that's the entire second phrase. So here's that whole thing again. Now we're ready for the next and final part, and this is going to be identical to the part that we just played up until the ending. So we're going back to that high note with our pinky. So that was the only difference, was after we played that note, we're going back to that original sequence. And that's it. So here's the entire melody all the way through, just a little bit slower. So that's the entire melody. Now make sure you practice this slowly and break it up into the different sections and different phrases, and practice each one on its own until you can get it all together. If you'd like me to teach more famous movie songs, then let me know in the comments below, and I'll look at doing a video on those in the future. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.